It happened! After months of rumors, leaking and speculation, the Game Awards 2025 gave us not one, but two massive Tomb Raider announcements. And honestly, even though the leaks spoiled part of the surprise, seeing those trailers drop live was absolutely incredible. Lara Croft is not only back, but that you can unlock an exclusive outfit for her right now, before either of new games even launches. No catch, no trick, just a reward waiting for anyone who knows where to look. Hang tight because in a few minutes I will show exactly how to get it. If you have been waiting for the return of the game's most iconic treasure hunter, or if you just want how to unlock an exclusive content before the game is even launched, you're in exactly the right place. Stick with me until the end because we're diving deep into everything we know about both games, and trust me, there are some surprises you won't want to miss. And a quick question, are you a Tomb Raider fan? Drop your answer in the comments. And tell me, are you hyped for these two games or what? Let's go! Let's kick things off with the game arriving first, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. This is the one launching next year, and it's being described as reimagination of the very first Tomb Raider game from 1996. Notice, I said reimagination, not just remake. There's a crucial difference here, and we will get into that. Right from the trailer, this game grabbed my attention. We're seeing dinosaurs, but just not any dinosaurs. These are scientifically accurate dinosaurs with feathers, updated based on a modern paleontological research. It's the kind of attention to details that tells you the developers are taking this seriously. They're not just slapping a fresh coat of paint on an old game, they're rebuilding it from the ground up. Legacy of Atlantis is being developed using Unreal Engine 5, through a partnership between Crystal Dynamics and Flying Wild Hog. For those who don't know, Crystal Dynamics has been the home of Tomb Raider for years, delivering some of the franchise's best entries. Flying Wild Hog, meanwhile, brings expertise in fast-paced action and stunning visuals. It's a dream team for this kind of project. Now, here's what makes this more than just a standard remake. While the game absolutely honors the original 1996 title, bring back iconic moments, locations, and the classic Tomb Raider feeling, it also expanded the narratives in significant ways. We get new story elements, fresh surprise, and content that wasn't possible back in the 90s due to technical limitations. Think about it, the original Tomb Raider launched on PS1. The developers had incredible vision, but the hardware simply couldn't bring everything they made to life. Now, almost 30 years later, with Unreal Engine 5 powering the experience, plus, the team is adding entirely new content that fits seamlessly into the classic adventure. The time of this release is perfect too. Tomb Raider celebrated its 30th anniversary in 2026, and according to the game's director, Legacy of Atlantis represents the ideal opportunity for long-time fans to revisit the adventure that started it all, but with a modern gameplay, cutting-edge visuals, and expanded storytelling. At the same time, it's an entry point for brand new players who want to understand the foundation of the franchise. Of course, if you want to experience the original games right now, that's totally possible. The first 6 Tomb Raider titles were remastered not too long ago. But Legacy of Atlantis is offering something different, a completely rebuilt experience that captures the spirit of the original while delivering something that feels genuinely fresh. We talk about environment details, combat encounters, puzzle complexity, and narrative depth that the teams always want to include. One specific example they mentioned, the iconic T-Rex fight. In the original game, battling that massive dinosaur was a jaw-dropping moment that defined the entire experience. It was terrifying, thrilling, and completely unexpected. For the Legacy of Atlantis, the team is orchestrating that encounter as an epic, modern action set piece that will capture the feeling of playing it for the first time. Now let's talk about the voice. The original voice actress for Lara in both upcoming Tomb Raider games is none other than Alex Whittle-Regan. If you're an Assassin's Creed fan like me, you'll know Alex from her role as Amnet, or Aya, depending on your preference. The crucial character from Assassin's Creed Origins, who plays a massive part in the franchise's overall mythology. Her voice work is incredible, and she's bringing that same talent to Lara. Legacy of Atlantis launch next year, 2026 for Xbox Series, PlayStation 5 and PC. Those are the confirmed platforms so far. you can already add the game to your wish list. And here's something cool. If you visit the official website, link in pinned comment, you can unlock an exclusive outfit for Lara, just by linking your account with Amazon Games. Seriously, it takes 2 minutes. You link your account, verify through email, and boom! You've got an exclusive gear waiting for you when the game launches. Do it now while it's available. Those are the key details we have about Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis so far. But hold on, we're just getting started. We still need to talk about the second game, which is a completely different beast. Now, let's shift gears and talk about Tomb Raider Catalyst, the second game announced at the Game Awards. This one's launching sometime in 2027, and like Legacy of Atlantis, this isn't a remake or reimagination of anything. This is a completely brand new story, a totally original adventure. If you're tired of remakes and want something to push Lara's story forward, this is the game you have been waiting for. First, let me talk about the trailer. Lara looks incredible. And is just me? Or does she kinda resemble Millie Bobby Brown? Seriously, there's something about that facial structure that reminds me of her. Anyway, move on. Catalyst represents the next chapter in Lara's ongoing saga. But here's the twist. It's not count the timeline on the recent Origin trilogy that started in 2013. Instead, Catalyst pick up the story years after the events of Tomb Raider Underworld, which came out way back in 2008. For those unfamiliar with the franchise timeline, let me break it down quickly. The 2013 reboot trilogy, Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, showed us Lara's origin story, how she became the legendary adventurer we know. Those games were prequels to the original 1996 title. Catalyst, however, continues the classic timeline, the original saga. Lara who went through all those adventures in the late 90s and 2000s. This means we're getting the most experienced, most seasoned version of Lara we have ever seen in games. She's older, wiser, and has decades of treasure hunting behind her. From a chronological standpoint, this is the first forward in Lara's life we have ever gone. According to the directors, you won't need to replay Underworld or refresh yourself on past games to enjoy Catalyst. The story is designed to be accessible whether you are a long-time fan who's been following Lara since 1996, or a completely newcomer experiencing her road for the first time. This is a standalone adventure that works on its own terms while respecting the established lore. Development on Catalyst began back in 2022 when Crystal Dynamics partnered with Amazon. According to the team, working with Amazon Game Studios has been transformative. The party proved resource, expertise, and creative freedom that allowed them to pursue their most ambitious vision yet without compromise. In their words, Catalyst is shaped up to be the most expensive adventure to date. Like Legacy of Atlantis, this game is also being built in Unreal Engine 5, which means we can expect absolutely stunning visuals, incredible environment detail, and cutting-edge performance across all platforms. And so what's the story about? Here's what we know so far. Lara is called to the North India following the discovery of ancient structure revealed by a mythical cataclysm. This catastrophic event has unearthed ancestors of secrets buried for centuries, and naturally, Lara isn't the only one interested. The trailer shows other explorers, rival treasure hunters who are just as determined to claim whatever power or artifacts lie hidden in these ruins. The title Catalyst comes directly from the Cataclysm event. Something massive happened. Something that changed the landscape, revealed forgotten history, and the set force in motion that Lara must confront. It's a classic Tomb Raider setup. Ancient mysteries, danger rivals, and high-stake adventure. One detail that really stood out, Catalyst will feature the largest map ever created for a Tomb Raider game. Now, whether this means full open world exploration or just significantly large interconnected areas remain unclear. But regardless of the specific structure, we know for certain. There will be tons of tombs to explore, puzzles to solve, and intense combat encounters throughout this massive environment. The game launches in 2027 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. Those are the confirmed platforms at this time. The collaboration between Crystal Dynamics and Amazon seems to be the key factor enabling both these projects to reach their full potential. In the developer statement, they specifically mentioned how the partnership allowed them to realize their vision without concessions. Guys, that's huge. It means they're not being forced to cut corners, or compromise on scope due to budget constraints, or publisher demands. They can build the Tomb Raider games they have always wanted to create. And that brings us full circle to why these announcements are so exciting. We're not just getting one Tomb Raider game, we get two completely different experiences. Legacy of Atlantis lets us revisit where it all began with modern technology and expanded storytelling. Catalyst pushes Lara's story into the uncharted territory, giving us the most mature, experienced version of the character we have ever played. Let's zoom out for a moment and talk about what these announcements mean for Tomb Raider as a whole. This franchise has gone through multiple phases over nearly 3 decades. We have seen classic Lara, reimagined Lara, younger origin story Lara, and now we're coming full circle with a both modernized classic experience and a bold new chapter in the original timeline. The fact that both games are being developed simultaneously, one looks to the past, one moves toward the future, shows incredible confidence from Crystal Dynamics and Amazon. There's also something poetic about the timing. Tomb Raider's 30th anniversary in 2026 marked 3 decades of Lara as a gaming icon. She survived constant generation, multiple reboots, changing gaming trends, and countless imitators. These 2 games feel like a celebration of everything Tomb Raider represents while also charting a path forward. It's respect for legacy combined with ambition for the future. Honestly, these announcements have me think about replaying the Tomb Raider games, revisiting the Origin trilogy, maybe even diving dive into the Legends trilogy that I've somehow never played. What do you think? Would you be interested in that kind of content? Should we do deep dives into the previous game while we wait for the new ones? Let me know in comments. It'd be a great way to celebrate the franchise story, while building hype for what's coming. The Legends trilogy specifically represents a really interesting era of the franchise that I never fully explored. Since Catalyst is continuing directly from Underworld, it might be the perfect time to experience that story before the new game launches. And for those who want to experience the absolute classics, the first 6 games have been remastered and readily available. There's never been a better time to catch up on Lara history. So there you have it, everything we know right now about new Tomb Raider games. One reimagining where it all began, and all the vision the original developers couldn't quite achieve due to technological limitations. The other pushing the franchise forward into completely new territory, giving us the most experienced Lara ever in the largest Tomb Raider world ever created. Both games look absolutely incredible. Both are being developed by passionate teams with serious resources backing them. And both represent different facets of why we love this franchise in the first place. Legacy of Atlantis arrives in 2026 for Xbox Series, PS5 and PC. Catalyst follows in 2027 for the same platforms. And guys, don't forget to link your Amazon Games account to unlock the exclusive Lara outfit, and the link in this pinned comment. And which game are you more excited for? Are you team nostalgia with Legacy of Atlantis, or team new adventure with Catalyst? Or maybe you're like me, and hyped for both? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And seriously, let me know if you want to see Tomb Raider content on the channel while we wait for these games to launch. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe if you're not already part of the crew, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates as more information drops about these games. And thanks so much for watching. Until the next adventure, stay curious, stay awesome. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.